Zone Wars is one of the most interesting Fortnite maps to play. Today we and our team have collected for you the 5 best Zone Wars maps in Fortnite. 32 realistic Zone Wars are perhaps the best Zone Wars at the moment, as they were created with all the latest updates and with the current Fortnite meta. In total, 32 players play on the map each time they appear at a random location, and they need to choose the right landing in order not to die initially. This is a great training for the late game. The Zone Wars works perfectly, just like in the Royal Battle. It lasts 3 minutes, which makes the game in this Zone Wars as fast and interesting as possible. The speed of the zone fully corresponds to the last zone in the Battle Royale, and the most interesting thing is that it always moves in different points. This Zone Wars map is currently the best map to play Zone Wars. 17 unique locations, random loot in the game for each player. By the way, I noticed that here, just like in the Battle Royale, loots fall according to chances. The higher the quality of the weapon, the less chance that it would fall out to you. Maximum realistic map. I highly recommend this map. Next on our list are 1 vs 1 realistic Zone Wars. This is probably the most unique 1 vs 1 map I've seen. Why? Because it's the perfect realistic fights, with the perfect 21 locations, and where the moving zones are set up in multiple stages, giving you that late game feel when you are left 1 vs 1 with the enemy. There are 7 weapon choices on the map that you currently see on your screen. Each choice gives its own amount of resources and loot for realism. It is important to note that if the conditions are equal, then both players get exactly the same loot. Choose your setup and practice on the best 1 vs 1 realistic Zone Wars map. Next, I would like to introduce you to Infinity Zone Wars in Deathmatch mode. This is a great map to warm up before tournaments and represent the best of the previous maps, which is presented a little differently than others. The beauty of this Zone Wars is that when you die, you reappear and continue the fight. However, there are no endless resources or ammo, which would force players to build fights endlessly. Here you get random loot every time you respawn. You will be teleported to the Zone Wars location, and there you have to look for refreshes and resources as well as kills. The best map for fighting and warming up before tournaments or in the morning. Would you like to play in the most legendary location of Tilted Towers in Zone Wars mode? Congratulations, we made new Tilted Towers Zone Wars especially for you. These are full-fledged new tilts in the Zone Wars mode. There are 16 players in total who teleport to a random place on the map, and they are given random weapons. And there are both the old and current meta weapons, Pump Shotgun and Scar, as well as a new weapon that is in no way inferior to it. New Tilted Towers Zone Wars has realistic zones that fall in different directions and give you a great late game feeling, just like in Fortnite Battle Royale. Come and fight on the most legendary locations in Fortnite, Tilted Towers in Zone Wars mode. And one of the best maps in Zone Wars is the completely rebuilt Greasy Grove. Just like with Tilted Towers, the zones are very well set up and the game has a full late game feeling, like in a Battle Royale. Only you don't have to play 20 minutes each time to get to the late game. All 16 people teleport to different points on the map and offer perfectly matched loot for the game. And then it's up to you. Choose whether you play aggressively or win almost every match. Everything is up to you. Also on the map there is experience for completing achievements, and for each round you are given a large amount of experience. Also, experience points is awarded for every kill. There is a huge amount of experience if you do the pickaxe kill. Extra place. We can't call it a complete and classic Zone Wars map, as this Zone Wars map was created with a unique mod that you won't find anywhere else. The game is divided into stages, early and late. In the early game, you can fight opponents and you will be respawned when you die. And in the late game, you will not be able to respawn, and after death, you will be respawned only in the next round. But the best thing is that it creates an incredible drive and emotions. Also, these zone wars were not built for competitive mode, because the building system was redone on the map and every 20 seconds you got only 5 buildings. It's something between a no build mode and classic zone wars. The map is huge. The map was completely built from scratch. It has old and beloved tubes for flying. You have flying platforms for fast flight, and it reminds me a little of the good old games. I highly recommend playing and enjoying it. There are also maps that are not included here, because there will be a separate video about them soon, but in a short format they are worth mentioning. First, 1 vs 1 realistic box fight map is a great boxing trainer where you play realistic box fights. You have 7 weapon choices and 21 fight locations. Second, 1 vs 1 build fights, the cleanest map for build fights, on which there is minimal delay and nothing else. This is probably the best thing I've seen. Third, only HS box fight FFA. A great choice if you love box fights and want to train your aim in Fortnite.